How's it going, YouTubers and Instagrammers? Welcome to the next episode of Sterling on Cinemas. This Cinemas with an S. I hope you all had an amazing Memorial Day and an amazing 3-day weekend. And today, on Tuesday, Tyler Perry Tuesdays, I'll be giving you my review on The Family That Prays. Before I begin, if you are new to this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment on the section below if you have anything to say, that is. And most importantly, watch and click that bell to keep up with everything SOS. And the same thing goes if you're on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me if you happen to stumble upon this page. Like, share, comment if you have anything to say, and watch to the very end. Let's start paying for our views. So Alice Pratt is a hard-working Christian woman raising her 2 daughters while managing to keep a simple diner of her own. Her snobbish and arrogant daughter, Andrea, graduated in economic science and works at a construction corporation, while her sister Pam stayed with Alice and worked in the diner. Andrea is married to construction worker Chris, who works in the same corporation as his wife, but dreams of starting up his own business. However, she is being so unfaithful and so ungrateful to him with their boss, William Cartwright. William is the son of Alice's best friend, the wealthy Charlotte Cartwright. While Alice travels with Charlotte on a road trip, the ambition and infidelity of William triggers a series of events that will affect relationships in both families, working class and first class. Here's my take on the story. What Tyler Perry shows us in The Family That Prays, and what I realized while right before typing this review, was the double meaning behind The Family That Prays. You got the family that prays, the one that's led by a praying woman, a Christian woman, and then you got the family that prays, that looks down on the working class community, because that's one of the biggest stereotypes and the biggest flaw of corporate America. You know, they think they're God. They think they're the highest authority. But anyway, I'll go deeper into that. So what Tyler Perry shows us in this movie is the behavior and the atmosphere that is presented in first-class environments versus a middle-class environment, relatively speaking. For those of you who are unaware of these terms, a first-class standard of living, or a Class A, it applies to those whose lives are surrounded by wealth and riches and polished glasses, you know, nice houses, big bucks, and a high standard of living. And Class C, middle class, working class, is what I like to call the simple life. Because you're not poor, you're not rich either, but you have everything you need and a little more. It is where you have the simple things like a house, a car, a budget, and things to actually live for and stand by. The commonality here is perfect for anybody to watch who watches, because anybody who watches The Family That Prays could be rich, poor, or middle class. And we can all find something to relate to based off of who or which family we see on the movie. Tyler Perry's depiction of the two lifestyles are in great detail. And it is real easy to differentiate between which environment is known more for its evil antics and which one is known for the power of community and consistent morality. Now, like I said, it could be relative, because most of the time we're used to seeing corporate America act in a very evil way, how they look down on us, putting profits before people, the people's needs, like what's in the people's best interests, but they care more about making big bucks and stashes. And then we're used to seeing the community of people who don't live in that hierarchy of wealth, that live in that, you know, we live in the working class community where we help each other, where we have jobs, we make ends meet, and we look out for one another. So whether based off of, no matter which environment you find yourself in, you know, this could be relative, because most of the time we see these two identities in both of these areas, and sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes, based off of where you come from. Here's my take on the characters. The state and quality of these lifestyles and whether one is good or bad is usually based on the one who was taking charge of that environment. Like I said, it's relative because sometimes that working class environment that is about community and unity and the power of people isn't always about that. And sometimes that corporate America that you're so used to being looked down on from, that's so used to looking down on you, isn't really always the case. Sometimes it's based off of who is sitting in that chair at the top of the building. In the middle class environment, we have Alice, who is the kind-hearted owner of the diner and serves and helps the poor who needs it the most, and is assisted by, which I can only assume is her eldest daughter, Pam Taraji, who is living in a happy and stable marriage with her husband, Ben. That's Tyler Perry's character. However, Alice's other daughter, the petty, ungrateful, and stubborn Andrea, has been so caught up in her success in her job at corporate America that she has definitely become that environment. And how that family is known to prey on other families that are lower than them, that are inferior to them, instead of remembering what she was taught and where she came from. On the flip side, we have the Cartwright family, who represents the average rich white family, white privilege, that rivals the black middle class family. The only ones from both sides of the lifestyle spectrum that show how we should connect with each other are Alice and Charlotte, the two queens of the community. The quality time that they spend going across the country shows how we as black and white people ought to treat each other in order to grow closer as one single tribe. Both families in the movie have only one black cherry, meaning corrupted individual, has decided to completely abandon their honor and faith in their relationships, and this causes them both to make some foul decisions out of greed and infidelity. Luckily, the spouses of both Andrea and William Cartwright have some type of relief in the end. We see Chris continuously stick to his dreams of opening his own company rather than being a subsequent worker of William Cartwright. And Jillian Cartwright, William's wife, has a prenuptial agreement so she can bail from her relationship if she wants to, because she has her take of the wealth while he just takes his. And this is why I highly suggest prenup, so that if anything, if you're in a relationship and you happen to split with the person, you at least take your share in the end and you call it a relationship. You call it a commitment, and you at least come out with something. You come out with a great amount so you won't feel cheated. Because like if you happen to be that person that thinks in the way of not signing a prenup, you think a prenup is stupid, then you might as well second guess that after watching this. Rotten Tomatoes gives The Family That Prays a 53% score. Tyler Perry's comparison of a rich family and a middle class family feels truthful in a lot of ways, with the choices that select characters make on both sides and what secrets come to light. But also when you consider how our differences in how we live can be used to unite us. So I will give this movie 8.3 Essels out of 10. A little better than Daddy's Little Girls, but not as great as Why Did I Get Married? Or Meet the Browns. So that is my review on The Family That Prays. One of the only Tyler Perry films I've only seen like a couple of times. But y'all can let me know what y'all think of this one in the comments below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on Way Back Wednesday. Good night.